Hello and welcome back to 321 Adam. I'm your host Adam, and in today's episode we're going to talk about what my life has been like these last 15 or so months of being a dad, and about family. So, kind of what I wanted to talk about was growing up. When you're growing up with a kid, you have your parents, and I'm going to talk in the traditional type family here. I'm not going to branch down into a type of a modern family, whatever you want to call it. So the thing is, I used to always see my dad walk around with these shirts with a little pocket right here. And the best part is when I got older, and obviously like a teenager, I'd come up, my hand on, and I go, and I'd tickle him in the little nipple there. And he gets so mad. The thing they did to my dad, ridiculous. The thing is, now that I'm a dad, and now that I kind of can experience these things, man, when people told me, oh, you're never going to get any sleep, the thing is, at least with my daughter, I haven't really had a severe problem with the sleep deprivation type thing. So, for me at least, I've always said, wow, having a daughter, it must be really difficult. Or having a son, doesn't matter, son or daughter here. It must be really difficult to have a young child and then, go through all these, type of things, talking about immunizations, just like getting sick, feeding them, colic, you name it, ear infections, whatever, you name it. So the thing is, I love when people tell me, wow, you're staying home with your daughter like 3-4 days a week? Wow. Dad, wow. Like I'm some sort of charity guy, doing volunteer work at the food shelter. Wow, yeah, wow, wow, oh. And then the best part is now that, my daughter's getting old enough that, she's starting to talk and walk and all these things. So now when I go places, and like the bank is a perfect example. I take her to the bank. Now it's, I hold her with this arm and I'm doing everything with one arm because, I'm super dad, right? So the thing is, I'm holding her and I'm, here's my debit card, here's my license, this is how much I want, this is how many, what the coins I want are. And immediately they're just like, you want a sticker? Oh, I love to see. Oh, it's so cute. The best part is about going to the bank with my daughter is they're too busy looking how cute she is. Then I'm just like, yeah, can I get a box of nickels? Yeah, can I get like quarters? Only $50, coins. And it just distracts them. And they're just like, whatever, I don't care. Baby's cute, baby's cute, baby's cute. And they don't care. When I'm home with her, it's a whole different story. It's like, night and day. She's in public, she's like, eh, like a happy baby, everybody loves her, she's smiling, she giggles, whatever. I'm home with her, it's like, hold me, touch me, ah, food. And it's, ooh, Jesus, Mary, just me. I love my daughter. I love spending time with her. I love to, I can tolerate taking care of her. But I'll tell you what. When I go to work my 3 days a week, I can tell you, the night before I have to go to work, it's just this, I'm going to sleep the whole night. I don't have to worry about if she wakes up. I don't have to worry about revolving my day around her. It's like I'm working from this time to this time. You know what you're doing. It's simple. It's easy. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I love working. Who loves working? I don't want to hear any BS about, oh, if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life, because that's another video. The thing is, when I'm home with her and we're having fun, it's nothing like any other. But when there are days where she don't want to calm down, doesn't want to relax, doesn't want to eat, doesn't feel good, you name it, it's like going to a job you hate. That's the best way to describe it. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I think I'd rather do that than work somewhere else that I don't want to work, that treats me like, a trash bag, or even worse than a trash bag, treats me like litter on the ground at the park. So at the same time, it's not really that bad. And I'm only in the early stages here. Once they get older, and that's the other thing. I hear it's like a movie review. It's like when I ask people, hey, did you like the new Spider-Man movie, No Way Home? And I'll get one person saying, greatest movie ever. And in this talk, greatest time of my life when they were the first 3 years, greatest time of my life when they were the first year, the best. I wish they could say that little forever. And then the other people say, we'll start with the Spider-Man metaphor here. Terrible. Oh my, terrible. My God, they ruined the old Spider-Man. Terrible. What? They bring terrible. Makes no sense. It's like, if you want to watch a movie that's just action nonstop, that makes no coherent sense. Anyway, relating it to raising kids, man, I cannot wait until she's like 5 years old and goes to school, and she's old enough to, play sports with me, or old enough that she can act like a little person, that I'm not worried about, changing her diaper every time, or, uh-oh, I forgot to charge the baby monitor, gotta go change my battery, nothing like that. I don't get it either, because when they're like really little, my God, maybe it's just my daughter, my God, she shit through the diapers, she puked non-stop. It's like, there was no way in hell I was wearing a good shirt, so my Nathan McKinnon shirt didn't see the light of day for the first year and a half. It didn't see the light of day. All I wore was my Ike Davis shirt with the crackling Mets logo, and, holes here, hole here, hole here, my pants, I'm wearing these giant holes in my pants, and, the zipper don't zipper, because what's the point? Who likes that early time? I don't get it. But you know what? And I say this too. If we ended up adopting, or one of the other options of having children, I don't think it would have been like the worst thing in the world. There's some people that say, oh, I will never, ever adopt. I want to have my own children. For me, it's like, yeah, it's true, if we adopt, it won't be our child, and one day she's going to want to know who her father and her mother really were. But at the same time, it's like you're fast-forwarding the boring part of a movie, and to me, you're just fast-forwarding the good part of raising kids. And other people think the opposite. You just fast-forward the best part, so why would I want to adopt? So it's really personal preference. But for me, I can't tell you. I love staying home with my daughter. The good days and the bad days, the days where I get 3 hours sleep, the days where I get 10 hours sleep. You take it with a grain of salt. Every day is a new chapter. It's like a wild card. It's like playing Uno, and you get the wild card, and you go, blue! That's what raising kids like. That's my best metaphor for everybody. It's playing Uno, and you get the wild card, yellow, and then you're almost done. And this applies for at the end of the night. It's 9:30 at night. You're rocking her. She's falling asleep. And you're down to your last card in Uno. You're like, okay, here we go. The color is the same color you got in your hand. You're like, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. And the person in front of you puts draw 4. Wild. That's what it's like. But thanks for watching today's episode of 321 Adam. If you like, make sure you hit the likes button on the screen. Subscribe for more future content. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on 321 Adam.